Welcome, Girish.
Thanks, Pranav.
Okay, so in this video, we're going to look at the examples that we were talking of.
Yes.
Of hedging strategies.
Hedging strategies. We have done long and short position in speculative market.
Right.
And we are now going to look at the hedging perspective of it.
Right. So this example, I believe, is an example of an importer.
Yes.
And
when you're talking about risk of strengthening USD,
that's always with the importer.
Yes.
And the example states that a position where he's hedged his risk and a position where he's not hedged his risk.
Yes.
And he's just going to calculate the same.
Yeah.
Okay,
to
perfect.
explain the significance of hedging in real life situation.
Okay, so let me just read the illustration.
Yeah.
On 1st March, an Indian importer enters into a contract to import 1,000 bales of cotton with payments to be made in dollars on 1st of September. The price of one bale of cotton was fixed at USD 50 per bale. So the contract size that he's got into is 50,000.
50,000. The total amount is 50,000.
Absolutely. The present exchange rate is USD is 45.25. The importer has the risk of paying more if USD strengthens.
Yes.
The dollar strengthens in the coming month, and on 1st September the exchange rate climbs to USD 48.25. So what has happened for him now is, it's very evident, 3 rupees is the differential that he'll have to pay more on the contract size of 50,000. So he'll have to end up shelling 1,50,000
rupees more.
Yes.
Because the currency has appreciated, which is against him.
Yes. So this is a situation where he had not hedged, he was not expecting the movement.
Yes.
And he ends up on the losing side.
Yes.
Let's just have a look at the next part. So the case 1, as we have very quickly finished in the previous thing, but a more detailed version is when he not hedged, what we did, 1,000 into 50 is $50,000 is his contract value. Amount of INR required to make payment on 1st March, naturally 50,000 into 45.25, because that was the contract thing, it's 22,62,500 rupees. Amount of INR required to make payment on 1st September, this is what he was expecting to pay.
Yes.
And this is what
but
eventually he'll have to pay, because the dollar is appreciated. So 24,12,500 is what he'll actually
pay.
So the difference is between the actual and the expectation, and you will see that the difference is 1,50,000 rupees, which is what we come out in the previous example as well.
Right.
So this is when he is not hedged his position.
This is when he is not hedged his position. He is susceptible to the exchange rate movement, which has moved against his real position in the market.
Right. So now let's look at an example where he hedges his risk. Now his risk is that the dollar is appreciated. So, and he's not doing it for making any money out of it. He just wants to hedge his risk. So he'll expect he'll take a position which is going long on the dollar.
Yeah.
So that it hedges. He'll take a long position. And for that we would need the future prices. Let's see what the future prices are also.
Yeah.
And let's come back to this. Yes. So it says on 1st March 45.25 we already said, 48.25 we already said.
Right.
The future price was 45.45 and 48.45 was the future price. So he is now utilizing the services of an exchange to hedge his position.
Yes.
So let's just do a quick calculation of that as well.
So when he takes position in on the currency futures market, he needs to take a specific number of contracts. Here in this case, he will be taking 50 contracts.
Yes, because it's 50,000 by 50
by $1,000
by $1,000. Sorry,
per contract
will be 50 contracts.
Yes. So he takes a long position by taking a long position in these 50 contracts.
Absolutely.
So he takes the total amount which he needs to incur on buying this currency futures would be 50 into 1000 into 45.45. That is the price which is prevalent on 1st of March for the September contract.
Right. So what Vivesh is saying is that he looks at 50 contracts.
Yeah.
He looks at the price of one contract, 1,000, and then he looks at the
future price available,
the value, which is 45.45. So he'll have to pay 22,72,500 rupees on the exchange.
Right.
Now, again, we were expecting the movement, the prices to go up. So it from 45.45 became 48.45. So loss
in spot market. We are talking about his real exposure,
which was 1,50,000, which we already know of.
And now when he sells these contract, when he squares off his position, he'll sell it at 48.45.
Absolutely.
Right. So he makes a total of 24,22,500.
Absolutely.
Against an investment of 22,72,500.
Right.
So he gains a total amount of 1,50,000 rupees.
Absolutely. So he gains 20. This is what he will get.
Yeah.
And this is what he
invested.
So he gains 1,50,000 rupees, and this will offset his actual position.
Actual loss which he has incurred in the spot market.
Actual loss of spot.
This is exactly what we have studied theoretically during that hedging part.
Absolutely.
He's looking to minimize his loss, and here in this case he has effectively minimized his loss just because he had taken a contrary opposite position in the currency futures market.
True.
So that is the basic idea behind hedging, so that you can minimize your loss.
Absolutely. And the vice versa will also be true. So if this were an exporter,
yes,
the same will hold true as well. He would go short.
He'll short
if he wants to take a hedging position.
But the basic idea behind the thing is the same. So it only depends upon taking your position, which part you are in the market, whether you are an exporter or importer. But the most important thing is that you will take an opposite position in the currency futures market.
Absolutely.
Just to hedge your risk.
Absolutely.
So that is the main theme of this session.
Yeah, so I hope the viewers have also been able to understand the strategies which are used by the importers and exporters,
yes.
and the hedging strategies that we were talking of.
Right.
So what is next, Girish?
Next we'll have a look at
hedging while investing abroad. Let us take this in the next video.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks, Girish.
Thank you.